What is your current challenge? Okay, 60 seconds, go. Yes, quick, time's running out. What is your current challenge?
I need to make a more.
David? We'll have a recording and watch it. Thanks for coming.
It was so good to see you. And I'll come and pass by. I'll drop you an email. Come and pass by campus one of these days.
Okay, good. Thank you.
So we have a bit of a chat.
Absolutely.
Take good care.
Thank you, David. Thank you. So Claire, and this is
Amika.
Mika. Claire, okay, so you can talk. Hi.
Hi, I'm looking for someone to talk to.
Oh, good. You can just join these three here.
Oh, okay.
No, the lady over here.
Oh,
The lady. Okay.
Wherever you feel comfortable.
Okay.
To her then, yeah. It's not
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay. Very specifically, what is your challenge? Nothing else. What is your current challenge? And listen carefully about that challenge. Okay.
Sometimes we disclose everything and troubles. Yeah, that honestly for a big challenge. What I should say, marketers, they face different things, and then it's just the challenges with their job description already. So I don't see, that's a challenge.
I don't manage the time.
Yeah, because it's interesting when there's challenges. I mean, for marketers. Yeah. But then it's just, manage time to study.
Okay. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Oh, you finished? Okay, you sit down now. Oh, you're waiting for me. Oh, okay. I didn't know you were waiting for me. All right. What you need, here's what, take a pen, paper. This is serious now. Do we have any whiteboard thing? No, that's all right. What I need you to do is the person you just, on the piece of paper, write down the name of the person you were just talking to. Write down the name of the person you're just talking to. Okay, write down the name. I assume that you have been paying attention when I was talking with you. Okay, guys at the back, you need to do this too. Everyone. Okay. Name. Okay, where do they work or what is their identity? Okay, so it's Carey and identity is salesman, and then what is their challenge? Write down their challenge now. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Name, identity. What did they say their challenge was? This is practical. This is practical. Remember tonight, I want you to take home some practical things you can do. 3 things. Name, their identity, however they identified themselves. And 3rd thing is number 1 challenge. Do we have any whiteboard marker? I think we have. That's all right. Yeah, no problem. Thank you. So here's what we're going to do. when you go home tonight, you open up an Excel sheet and you put those 3 columns in your Excel: name, identity, challenge. Next time you meet people, you keep filling it out, but pay attention to the challenge those people are facing, because you know what will happen one day? You may meet someone who can help a person you met in the past with that challenge. You see, it's not you that will help with the challenge, but you can become a middle person in connecting someone else who can help with that challenge. That's practical, no? Is that practical? And just think, you couldn't do that if you didn't ask that question. What is your challenge?
But then I doubt, because if you meet the people at the first time, they don't tell you any challenges they are facing. It's really hard to open their mouth first time that you meet with someone else.
Well, you just got to try it. Just got to try it. You never know. You might be surprised. And maybe 2 out of 10 you meet will tell you. Well, then those 2 out of 10 just starts your practical network. Because the other 8 may not be worth meeting again anyway. So that's okay. People self-select like that. Okay? But if someone asks me, I'll be happy to share. Okay? Maybe it's a cultural thing, but I'm just saying this is a practical networking thing. Most of us think, oh, I don't want to ask too much questions or they're challenged, because what if I can't help them? What if I'm inadequate to help their challenge? Then that stops the conversation, right? Then what do I do then? Oh, fail, we go to someone else. No. Then you're looking at the engagement in the wrong angle. You need to look at the engagement in terms of, well, this is just the first of many opportunities to meet in the future. Okay? And I may not be able to help you, but one day I might run into someone who can help you, then I'll do that connection. So I had someone from Boston Consulting contact me in February about some hospital metrics in the California hospital system. And I said, okay, I'm not expert at that, but I put them in touch with this professor in the UK who's doing research on that. They connected. Then I followed up the other day. Oh, did you find out anything? Is there anything else I can help you with? They said, yes, we actually connected with that professor and helped us perfectly. And then I sent an email back saying, well, this is what I'm doing. Is there anything I can do for you, for your team in Asia? Then get back in touch with me. So you're actually developing that email exchange, not about, oh, I'm Neil, hello, how are you? Oh, I'm Dave, hello, how are you? The exchange is about, I need help here. Can you find someone who can help me? See the difference? Yes, no?
Yes.
That's practical. That's not theoretical. So next time you meet people, just try it. Okay, you might be right. You might be right. But then again, you might meet me. And then I'll tell you my challenge. What is my challenge? Bridging the chasm between academia and the commercial world. Okay, making myself commercially valuable to people in industry. That's my challenge. I don't expect everyone I meet to help me, but they may know someone who knows someone. That's how you do it. The power of putting the names down into an Excel file, and then in 6 months' time you think, oh, I remember so-and-so had that oh, I'll introduce you, and then they may help you in the future. Okay? So that's the practical. Remember tonight I said I was going to give you some practical things you can do, not just theoretical things, okay? Get that Excel sheet started. Just get it started with one person. It's not about you have to do 1,000 before it becomes valuable. It just starts with one. You never know what will happen. Okay? All right? Build the database. This is your This is part of your environment. Can I tell you, this is what's going to happen. What are we doing tonight? We are trying to break out of this circle and break into opportunity. How do we do that? Clear identity, clear communication, but you've got to be sensitive to the environment you're in. If your current people you're associating with are helping you feel comfortable and not wanting to change, but you personally want to change or want new opportunities, then maybe you have to change who you're associating with. Bring new people in. You've got to make change in the environment. It can't all just happen in your head. Because you need people around you to support you. No one knows everything. No one's an expert at everything. And finally, once you start making a list of people who have challenges, that will force you to get out of your current network. Because you'll start thinking, oh, so-and-so's got this challenge. Oh, I wonder who can help that person. All right? And then that changes your mindset from, oh, who can help me, to, oh, who can help this other person. All right? Wow. Okay, so that was the theme for tonight. So what's the final part of tonight that I want to share with you? That is whether you want to make the change or not. Should versus must. We all know we should do something, yes? Hands up if you know that we should do some exercise. We should eat a balanced diet to stay healthy. Put your hand up. Okay, but how many of us put it down as a must? Okay, all right. So, yeah, yes, that helps. Okay, so it's the environment, right? The environment. Your partner is part of your environment. That's important. All right, so should versus must. You see, the more you focus on the must, the more habits you create. Once you create a habit, then it becomes less effort. But at the beginning, it becomes a must. You must decide, I must do this, okay, to start something new. Okay? So let me give you a practical example. Go to a networking event of some Chamber of Commerce at least once a month. Just do it. You don't have to be a member of a chamber to go to a networking event. You do have to pay more money to enter, but you don't have to be a member. Did you know that? Yes. Every month, the Australian Chamber, the American Chamber, French Chamber, Indian Chamber, there's just every country in Hong Kong. Okay? So, you may say, okay, for example, you want to expand business into a particular country, well then maybe you need to meet more French people or something like that. Well then you just start networking in that chamber. Okay? So there's ample ways of executing the direction you want to go in the future. But you've got to get into a habit of, say, going to an event once a month. Guess what? You know what happens when you don't make it a habit? If you say, oh, I should go to a networking event, oh, I missed this month. Oh, don't worry, I'll go next month. My boss has put a deadline on me this week. It's just too much. I'll miss it this month, I'll go next month. That's what normally happens. Put your hand up if that happened to you. Happens to me? Yes. Okay, that's what we mean by should and must. It's not just an exercise thing. Okay? Tell yourself, I must do this. Once it becomes regular, you'll look forward to it. It won't be a burden. And you'll bend time and get other things done anyway. You'll bend time. Time normally expands to what you're doing. Okay? You must do things. You must do things to start. You must start some good habits. That's what I'm saying here. Okay? So go to a monthly networking event. I know the Australian Chamber, like I don't advertise for them, but if you're a member it's $200. If you're a non-member then they let you in for, I don't know, $300 or $350 or something like that, you know. right, so should versus must. Finally, I want you to think about tonight in terms of, there's a bit of head knowledge, I've given you some practical tips. Right at the end, this is probably what's going to hold you back. I want to take this thought away with you, and that is about, we overestimate the fear of failure. We overestimate the fear of rejection. We put so much pain on that. For example, lady said, you said here, like, you know, what if I asked the number one challenge, what if the person doesn't tell me? Okay, I can agree with that, you know, and think, oh, that person's so direct. Why should you know that, you know? And you fear, you know, or it may not be culturally acceptable to do that, right? Okay, so it's not that you come out directly and say that, but you just get around that. You're smart enough to indirectly work that into the conversation, and if you do it in a nice way, I'm sure most people will respond in a nice way. Okay, people come to networking events for exchange, so rarely do they come not to say anything, you know. Okay, enough of that. But what do you really fear? Okay, I just want to show you a short video clip to think, just put fear in perspective, okay? Some of this may apply to you, it may not apply to some others, and I'm happy if you want to leave, you can. So I don't want to, I'm not saying that this will apply to everyone. So this is an experiment, so let's just see how we go with this, if I can get this working. So Candice, do you mind if we have the lights down a bit? I'm going to show you two clips. The first one is a crazy one, but I want you to just watch it anyway, okay? I just want to see how you feel when you watch it, and it's okay. Now, remember, this is about fear, okay? So, do we have some sound? I apologise, let me just plug the computer in and we get the sound in, right? It's just, okay, let's just see if we can get some sound. Sorry about, just bear with me. Mute on, mute off, and then turn up the sound a bit. Okay, and we've got sound in here, yes? Let's see if it's working. Okay, let's get some volume. Okay, so the theme of this is more about, I just want you to think, I just want to see your own sense of how you feel when you watch this.
Под нами до хера метров высоты, ему насрать.
Okay, let's just stop there for a moment. All right, how did you feel about that when you see that? Look at that. I know it's crazy. Oh, sorry. Let me just, you're not supposed to see that. You're supposed to see the next one after that. Let me load in motivation. I've got one more for you to think about, okay? So you all know, have you all been to China? Yep. Okay, here's another one to think about, all right? And it's all about, we overestimate our fears when we're meeting other people.
Okay, so this is the cliffside path.
Okay, how do you feel when you look at this?
There's a video camera there and I jumped around the boundary. There's a dude selling safety harnesses there, so hopefully he won't catch me and make me pay, even though I didn't use mine. Anyway, this is the drop. The little step thing. There the safety harness goes.
Normally you have safety harnesses for this. Have any of you been on this cliffside pass before? This is in China. Yeah.
This is the last boardwalk.
Okay. Who would like to do this? This is your country. Okay. Okay, all right, let's yes. Okay, and last one not least, all right, is I have pre-tested these on my wife and they really work. This one here is this trail in Spain was built over 100 years ago when they put in a hydro dam, and you're now banned from walking along it, and there's a €6,000 fine if they catch you. Okay, I didn't walk on this, but someone did. All right, so we'll just play this. All right. Who would like to do that? This is what we mean by fear, right? Looks easy, doesn't it? Just like the stairs at Hong Kong U. There you go. I wonder what would happen if you have to go past someone else. Wouldn't that be scary? You think he's got a safety harness on, but look at this. Got to go past him. Yeah, there you go. That was built 100 years ago, that path, over 100 years ago. Let's just fast forward it a bit. So this is your career path. And this is what I was talking about tonight. You've got nothing to fear from asking people what their challenge is. You've got nothing to fear to try something different, to meet new people. You've got nothing to lose. You've got everything to lose if you don't do that. Okay? All right? 6,000 euro fine, don't forget. Don't do this. Okay. Okay, so this is the point of tonight, okay? Because often our fears get in the road of trying something new. We actually overestimate our fears. Like, it's important that we fear things with doing stuff like this, okay? But in basic human interaction, it's really overestimated. And I guess that's the point I want you to think about tonight. So you can go home and watch this yourself. Put your hand up if you're interested in, you go do this when you go home and watch it. No, not walk the path, but actually look at the clip. So if you want links to this, just contact me. I can, I'm sure you can find it and enjoy watching it in your own pleasure. How many of you have got sweaty palms? Anyone? Huh? That's good. All right.